Kneeling breathing. There's 2 kneeling positions we're going to establish through all the progressions that we're going to work on. This is our half kneel. We want to make sure that we get into a good 90-90 position, and understanding what a good 90-90 position is extremely important in establishing our half kneel, and then I'll also talk about the tall kneel. So our 90-90 position, we want to make sure the ankle, the knee, the hip on both sides are all angled at 90 degrees. A lot of the times you're going to see people shifted forward using a lot of this lead leg for support. Basically, we want to think about this almost being like a single leg stance on the right side. A good thing I like to do is pick the knee up, and that puts Steve to put his weight into his right hip. So pick the knee up, notice how he has to rock back to take weight off of that foot. That teaches basically that this is more of a single leg stance from one knee, 90-90 position. And another thing we can do is work on our base in this half kneel position. So as Steve would bring his foot, bring it out towards me. This is going to be more stable than as we start to narrow. So as Steve is able to establish a good base, nice long spine, good position, plumb line from ear to shoulder to hip to knee, 90 degrees all over, we want to establish this narrow base. And the breathing aspect, now that he's in a good 90-90 position, fairly narrow, we just want to see if he can get that 360-degree expansion from here without compensating. Is he going to be using accessory muscles, neck, traps, shoulders to establish good rhythmical breathing? We want to make sure that he's got the 3-6 breathing, so 3 to 4 seconds in, 6 to 8 seconds out, lips closed, tongue on the roof of the mouth, nice long spine, and keeping everything silent through the shoulders and neck. After we have this dialed in, let's just show the tall kneel. And all the progressions from our kneeling are going to go half kneel and tall kneel. So establish both, half kneel, tall kneel, same thing. Make sure we get here. We don't have a lot of extension with rib flare. And then we're still going to do check for the 360-degree expansion. If they're not getting lateral expansion, you can get into pushing into the obliques, teaching him how to push my fingers wide, and just get into the silent breathing. As soon as you establish the silent breathing, lateral expansion tends to happen a lot faster. And this is our kneeling breathing.